Hi everybody, Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. This is my response video for Allan with his top 10 bad girls covers for the week. But before I get into that, I want to make a very public thank you to Bjorn at Son of Crom for his video last week with regards to the Action 252. Unfortunately, due to circumstances, now I'm not able to take advantage of the offer, but the fact that he did that is really appreciated, and I wanted to acknowledge it publicly so that people could see that I did get the message and I did talk to him. In fact, I'm wearing a Supergirl shirt right now because of the subject there. Unfortunately, things are a little it's just not possible at the moment, so I've spoken with him. So that for those that are curious, I saw some of the comments on the video. So let us get to my top 10 bad girls. Now, fortunately for me, but probably unfortunately for you, all 10 of the girls that all 10 of the women that I've found are all DC related. That's basically because I don't have enough Marvel to I've gone through some of the covers and I didn't see any bad women on the covers of the books that I saw in the Marvel. So I have these DC ones. So let's take a look here. Let me get my trusty list to make sure I'm saying the right ones at the right time here. It's kind of funny how these things seem to work out, right? Excellent. How are you doing? Where did I put it? Ah, here we go. The first one is Amanda Waller. She's, by the way, these aren't in any particular order other than the order I wrote them down, which was the order I found them in. This is probably, though, one of the biggest female evil people in the DC universe. Recently taking away the superpowers of everybody in the universe and such, and becoming like one of the most personal people to begin with. She's a number one villain. Miss. Next up, we have Grail, who is the daughter of Darkseid. This isn't her first appearance, nor is this her first cover appearance, but it is a cool looking cover, so I picked this. Grail, daughter of Darkseid, another mean one. Mrs. Grinch. Next up, we've got someone. The next two actually are Wonder Woman villains. This one is the Silver Swan, a relatively recent villain. Ness. She's someone who started out as a friend and then became evil. Where we've got the next one is the Cheetah, who started as a villain and eventually becomes her friend. But in this particular, I wouldn't say friend per se. It's more of a hate-tolerate relationship on the Cheetah's part. Next up, we have a nemesis for Supergirl. Her name is Black Star. Now, Black Star was the daughter originally of Holocaust survivors, and well, I should say a Holocaust survivor, and became a white supremacist Nazi for some reason. Didn't know her background, I guess. And somehow developed the powers of the stars, and that's why she's called Black Star. And she fought Supergirl for 3 issues, from Supergirl 13 to 15, and then again in a DC Comics Presents with Superman, up against Supergirl. So a relatively minor villain, but she was very powerful, and Supergirl had one hell of a fight against her. So I picked Black Star. Next up is one that is pretty familiar to Superman fans. In the current day, she's not a villain as much as she is the girlfriend of Jimmy Olsen. But here we have Action 595, which is the first appearance of Silver Banshee. And Silver Banshee for post-crisis Superman. This was one of the first new major villains brought in, and she was used quite frequently in the few years, in the 4 or 5 years after she was introduced. So she became quite the little toughie for Superman to take, because her being of magical base was actually able to affect Superman a lot. So that's the Silver Banshee. Next up, another Supergirl one. This is the first appearance of Rain. Now, Rain actually hasn't really been used in Supergirl since this storyline, but Rain was used on season 3 as the big bad of Supergirl, the television show. The one that started as their friend and, turned out was actually Kryptonian and such, and ended up being the big villain at the end of the show for the season. So this is Rain. This is Supergirl number 5, by the way, from the New 52. Next up is a relatively big Kryptonian villain for Superman. This is the first cover appearance of Forara Huel, who was a Kryptonian serial killer who hated men so much that she would lure them in and then lure them away from everything and then kill them. She was sentenced to life in the Phantom Zone, but in this particular issue she managed to get out from the issue before, where she made her first appearance, mostly as a Phantom. It was only in the last panel that you actually see her as her. But here she is, and she's an extreme martial artist, black belt type character on Krypton, so she has an advantage in fight against Superman because she uses the Clearcore method to really kick his bum. So this is Forara Huel. Well, that was Action 472. The last two are Legion of Superhero Villainesses. One is a prominent member of the Fatal Five, and that's the Emerald Empress. This was the best cover appearance I could find of the Empress. This is Legion 26 from Volume 3. Because most of her other appearances when she's on the cover are more centric on her special eye than actually on her. So I went with this cover. And the last villainess I have, another Legion one, which might actually be familiar because she made her first appearance in Superman 147 on the cover, and that is Saturn Queen. Now, unfortunately, this is the only cover of Saturn Queen I have. So, it is not the best one in terms of covers out there, but it's still interesting, and it is the only one I have. And Saturn Queen is probably the most evil of them all because she's very whimsical, And whatever she wants, she can make happen with the takeover of mental powers that she is capable of. So this Saturn Queen is the last one. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Please like, comment, subscribe below, and let me know if you like these villainesses and who would be on yours. If you want to make a video, go ahead, tag Friday Comic Challenge, hashtag Friday Comic Challenge, and tag Allan the Comic Collector Geek, and myself even. I love looking at videos like this. So once again, subscribe, like, comment below. Let me know what you think. I really like seeing what people think. I'm learning a lot from the comments because when I get things wrong, I want to be told. And that way I get them right in the future. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name's Matt. I like comics, and I hope you do too. Have a good one.